cultivators. Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about magic ancestors. I'm Roy, aka Clout Strife.
Wow. And I'm Fallon, aka Mr. Drink Your Wine, Mr. Liberate Your Wens, Mr. Take Your Baby, the one and only, the three and only, technically. And we're here for another daring chapter of Modal Zushi.
We are here for another daring, bold chapter.
Another completely out-of-pocket chapter. I will say, actually, no, it wasn't that out of pocket. It was warranted.
It's like when you stick like your thumb in your pocket and you look really cool.
Yeah.
You lean against a wall, you do like Snoopy Joe Cool.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah. The thing about Wei Wuxian is he's exactly the same as famous Peanuts character Snoopy.
He's cool boy.
He's cool boy.
Yeah, he really outshone himself in this chapter.
He's cool boy. We are coming to you today from our new apartment.
Yeah, we're kind of settled in.
Sort of.
Still got some work left to do, but
that's 60%.
That's 60%. Yeah, we're pretty close, but we're functional enough that we can now podcast.
We can podcast. We don't have the full studio going, but what I do have are two acoustic foam pads blocking my view of my laptop.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So hopefully this sounds alright. We will find out.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a little bit more velvety smooth this time around. Who knows?
Smooth. Sexy. I had some kind of Google Translate Essence Collection moments when I was... Apparently what you have to do when you get these, because they vacuum seal them, you have to, like, wet them and then wring them out.
Huh.
And then they sponge back up.
Oh, interesting.
And, the directions on the thing... What does it fucking say? Can you hand it to me? It's giving me some...
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I got a big old 12-pack.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, open the package with scissors. Got it. Submerge the foams in water for 3 minutes. I did the best I could. Wring them out. Did it. Drain them in the open air. I do have questions.
Drink them?
Drain them. I'm drinking.
Huh. I'm drinking and farding. That's a new fun way to do it, definitely.
Speaking of drinking.
Wow, yeah, some people were not drinking in this chapter pointedly.
You, however, what's the drink of the week? You don't have an alcoholic beverage this week, I believe.
Well, I just finished the other drink, but drink of the week, I'm probably gonna get it in about 20 minutes here once it's cold. The drink of the week is a locally made beer called, I believe, Foreign Exchange. And it's made with yuzu, ginger, and MSG.
Sexy combo!
Pretty interesting. Can't wait to crack it open. We'll circle back to that once I have it in front of me.
Pretty sexy. Oppa Yuzu MSG.
Oppa Yuzu MSG.
I almost said MMD. That's for the other podcast. Do you want to read chapter, or I guess I should do my summary first? We don't have news or anything.
Not really. Pretty quiet week this week.
Quiet couple of weeks in the world of Modal, which is fine by me.
One thing do we
want to bring this up? Do we want to reveal?
It just tickled me to see it in our email account.
Cool. Yeah.
So we had a literal college professor email us asking for some input on a chapter in I believe it was a paper that they were writing about.
It's a chapter in a book.
A book? Yeah, it's a book, and it's based in it's for Hong Kong film. And it's mostly about the Untamed, but the base material is important. We have some experience in the fandom, and they just asked us a couple questions about our experience in the fandom, like we're authorities.
We are, as far as I know, still the only ones doing a podcast about it. So
we're authorities on goofy white people doing a podcast on Modal Sushi.
Which, at the heart of it, is exactly what this chapter of this book is about.
Minus the white people.
Well, entirely the white people. Because it's about the Western fandom trying to navigate.
Oh, the book. I thought you meant Modao Zushi in general.
Oh, no. Modao Zushi is absolutely not about white people.
But yeah, no, the book is, I guess, primarily about white folks navigating Chinese fandom.
Yeah.
Which is really... Or white folks, not just white folks, of course. Western fandom for Chinese properties.
Pretty
interesting.
Neat, yeah.
Pretty neat. I do love an academic paper about fandom shit. I'm gonna say it.
I gotta say.
It's little Roy's bread and butter.
It's what Roy do.
It's what the Roy do. It's what Fallon's would do if Fallon went to school, but Fallon doesn't go to school, so.
Fallon will go school.
Fallon will go school eventually.
Fallon get degree.
Fallon probably will not write a creative writing academic paper on fandom, but we'll see. We'll try and make it happen.
If you have as much of the same brain as I do, which I know you do, it's gonna happen.
It's just gonna be me and my poorly concealed fan fictions in my creative writing classes.
Your professor, your literary criticism professor, is going to say, write a paper about a piece of media of your choice using one of these following theories, and you're going to say, oh good, I get to gay this.
Oh good, I get to write about Zhang Wanyin.
I'm going to quote Judith Butler about Zhang Wanyin.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time now.
Don't threaten me with a Judith Butler.
Don't threaten me with a Judith Butler, baby. Now you're speaking my language. All right, well, let's hop on into this summary.
Let's do it. So we
see what there is to see.
Absolutely. We are reading chapter 72, which is the first part of the 2-part Recklessness arc. And I'm going to do my summary.
Hit it!
So, we open up, we're still in flashback mode. We open up with the Lawn Boys. We got Wangi and we got Shichen, and they're at the Koi Tower for a gala. Lan Wangji says there's somebody he wants to hide in the cloud recesses, but they aren't willing. They run into Jin Zixun, who spends the entire rest of this scene being a piece of shit.
Basically.
He talks...
Pointedly.
Oh, yeah. He talks some shit at Susha, remember him? Who Jiggy comes up and cops for, which Susha is delighted by.
Wonder why we see that.
I wonder why we see that. And then Jin Zixun tries to peer pressure the Lawn Boys into doing drinks.
Yep.
But Dare valedictorian Wei Wuxian comes up and epically owns him. The two of them verbally get into it until Wei Wuxian suddenly pulls out receipts about Wenning being a POW that Jin Zixun captured. And he's like, where's he at? And Jiggis comes in and was like, hey, maybe don't barge into my house to be rude to my nephew when you have a WMD you should be giving up. Bold of you to do. And Wei Wuxian says, when Rohan asks move. And everyone starts debating war ethics. Lan Wangji tries to...
The gentry doth protest too much after that one.
Lan Wangji tries to break it up, and Wei Wuxian is finally like, okay, Zixun, I'm gonna give you to 3, and he literally counts to 3, and Jin Zixun says, okay, they're at Chongqi Path, and Wei Wuxian leaves. We cut to outside, where Wei Wuxian meets up with Wen Qing, who was the person he ran into at the end of the last chapter.
She's tore up.
She is toe up from the damn flow up. She looks like shit, and she's super worried about her baby brother, because they had gotten separated. We get a little bit about Wei Wuxian, like, owing her for her having saved him and Zhangcheng. They go to Chongqi Path, where a bunch of Wen POWs are doing hard labor under the Jin sect's control. Wen Qing's grandma is there. Wei Wuxian basically acts as her bodyguard while she runs around looking for her baby brother, and eventually they find him in a pile of dead bodies, because he is dead.
Well, maybe amongst a pile of dead bodies would be more accurate, because Wei Wuxian does make a point to bring all of them up.
Yeah, we'll get there.
He's like, oh, you don't want to show me the dead bodies, bet.
Yeah, I was about to get there, yeah. One of the Jin guard guys is like, we didn't kill anybody because Wens aren't people, do you get it? And Wei Wuxian is like, oh, so you fucked around. Then you about to find out. Yep. And he does flute necromancy, which raises all of the dead Wen bodies, including a certain little Nathan explosion zombie who comes to life and goes on a fucking rampage. And Wei Wuxian runs to this shitty little shack where Wenning's guys are being held, and he and Wen Qing grab them and some horses and Grandma and a little Wen baby who's been with Grandma, and they fuck off into the night, I guess, Pied Pipering Wenning along with them.
Yeah.
That's the chapter.
They won.
They won. They won Ning.
They won Ning.
Oh, you're running?
They run and they won.
They run. They won.
Fuck the
They
gene
shit. They
sect.
farted. Fuck what you
That's
learned.
all I gotta say. Fuck the gene sect.
Fuck a gene.
Let's say it with
A
our
jab.
entire chests now.
Say it with our entire Jeffs.
A jab.
A jab.
All genes are bastards.
I'm just saying.
The only gene who isn't a bastard is Mo Schwanyu. Rest his soul.
Rest his gay little soul.
Rest his poor gay little soul.
So
we start out this chapter with Lan Wangji and Lan Shichen, and they're having a little chat.
they're vibing.
They're
They're
vibing.
having a little brothers walk.
They're having a little moment, and Lan Wangji's like... He phrases this in probably the worst possible way.
Wongi's looking some kind of way.
He's looking a little suspect. He's like...
He's pensive.
He goes, brother, I want to take someone back to the cloud recesses.
Sorry, I lost my place because my boob hit a key on my iPad.
You are hanging your titty right over your keyboard.
It's the best I can do. This setup is not optimal.
You could take the iPad off of the keyboard.
No.
Yeah.
I do.
It's okay, puppy.
I follow my heart and my boobie.
I respect it.
So Shichen is like, take someone back to the oh yeah, you did like a funny
Keanu
yeah,
moment,
like a
yeah.
Take someone back to the cloud recesses?
Yeah, Lan Wangji just nods.
He
and
says
he like
manganese.
he looks a little troubled, and he holds off for a second, and then he's like, take him back and hide him somewhere.
I want to steal a boy.
I want to steal this boy.
We get a good
And Lan Shichen's like,
huh? Pardon?
Like I said, he says this in the worst, most concerning possible way.
Wongi
Incredibly disconcerting.
Wongi I love you, Wongi. We get like a really good little footnote from from our friends at Exiled Rebels talking about how there's actually no way of telling whether the him in Take Him Back refers to a man or a woman. We actually don't know. Like, there aren't gendered pronouns.
Yeah, he's keeping it kind of cute right now.
He's keeping it cute. So Shichen, bless his empty little himbo head, doesn't know that he's talking about a man's. But Shichen is like, oh, he wants to do the thing. We get a little bit about, ever since their mother passed away, this brother of his had gradually become more and more withdrawn. Apart from going on night hunts, he'd shut himself in his room all day long, reading, meditating, practicing calligraphy, playing his guqin, and improving his cultivation. He never talked much to anyone except for him, his older brother, yet this was the first time that such words found their way outside of his lips.
So, I just want to talk about really quick the phrasing of this brother of his.
This brother
and
of
how
his.
it reminds me of like how Southern moms are when they're corralling their kids and they get in a fight and they're like, this one. There's a Brian Jordan Alvarez skit about this one, all right? This one ended up getting into a scuffle with this one. And then this one decided he would slide on in and try and do something with this one. And this one tried to start something with this one. And I said, no, sir, Jim Bob. No, sir, Kaden.
That's the plot of this novel.
This one, except it's uncle.
Yeah.
Except it's Jin Liang's uncle.
It is.
And now Jin Liang's uncle successfully killed Jin Liang's uncle. But then, just so Jin Liang's uncle wouldn't find out, Jin Liang's uncle I can't continue doing this.
This is also the same shit that I do when, like, one of the Fats is acting up, and I'm like, Bear, your son
Your son!
Look at what your son did. And
she makes me take complete responsibility for that boy when he doesn't act right.
He has decided that he is your son.
He has kind of come to that conclusion independently of me.
Baby Cat has, for to keep things balanced, Baby Cat definitely has decided that I am her mother, so...
Yes, like literal birth mother.
Yeah, I gave birth to Baby Cat. She came from my loins.
Yes, that's exactly
Immaculate kitception.
Yeah!
Catception. Anyway, so Shichen is like, hide him somewhere?
And Lan Wangji frowns a little bit and he goes, but...
Sorry, one of the problems we haven't solved yet, one of the mysteries of our new apartment is every so often there's this noise that happens and we don't know what it is.
It's a creaky little, I think it's the siding of the house, genuinely.
It might be.
But, Lan Wangji's still looking a little pensive and he goes, but he is not willing.
I'm imagining him saying this like in the fucking Anthony Fantano video where he's like, my favorite band broke up. He's not willing.
He's not willing.
And then some fucking asshole around the corner is like, is this a road that someone like you can walk on? Who let you roam around?
Excuse me, bitch?
Pardonnez-moi.
Who let you talk to someone like that?
Honestly.
And somebody just responds like, I'm sorry. And then Lan Shichen and Lan Wangji like are immediately like, who the fuck is this dude? And there's somebody behind the wall, and there's two dudes there, and Jin Zixun is, of course, the one who was just going at this poor little white-clothed little baby, as innocent as can be.
Just a little baby. Who's the little baby?
But when the little baby sees Lan Shichen and Lan Wangji, he, like, freezes up, and he goes deathly pale.
He's gonna die.
And he, like, doesn't continue saying what he was saying, because he's just so scared of these boys.
And then Jiggy materializes.
And do you want to be Jiggy?
Of course I want to be Jiggy.
Of course you want to be Jiggy. Go ahead, be Jiggy.
So he comes up and he coughs for him. The paths of Koi Tower are rather intricate. Young Master Su, it's not your fault that you got lost. You can come with me.
And this kid is so surprised.
And so is Jin Zixun, because he's never been in a situation where he's told somebody off and then somebody comes up and, like, undoes it.
Yeah, and, like, comes to the other person's aid.
Yeah, you don't do that to this man.
And so white-clothed little Sue is like, you know me?
And Jiggy, here he goes. His favorite hobby, brown-nosing.
Brain expanding.
Dude, the tool brain on this bitch. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Haven't we met each other once? Young Master Su Min Shan. Your swordsmanship is quite good. I've been thinking ever since the hunt at Phoenix Mountain about what a pity it'd be if such a young talent didn't come to our sect. In the end, though, he did come to our sect. I was over the moon with joy. This way, please.
And Susha's like, he's excited. He just completely refuses to look at the lawn boys, and he just follows Jiggy like a little puppy.
He imprints, he grabs a big old notebook to hide over his crotch, and he has imprinted on him.
He wants that Jiggy butt buffet, baby.
He is first in line at the Jiggy butt buffet.
For seconds, thirds, and fourths.
You know why they call it the Golden Corral.
That's fucking it. Holy shit.
But because this is the first time...
The Lonely Jean Corral.
God. Because this is the first time that anybody's ever remembered who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
and it's a Jiggy, so he's like, whoa. So,
yeah, here's that attention you ordered. Like, 100%. Oh, young Master Su.
Here's a big plate of validation for you.
Wasn't it you who ordered the attention? I remember you ordered the attention specifically, didn't you? This is some shit. Jiggy would make an OnlyFans for it, just like validating people.
Oh my god. Susha's entire bank account is going to Jiggy's OnlyFans. Goodbye. This man is never making rent again without his parents' help. Never.
Fuck. So we get a little jump after that, and they're all seated in the Glamour Hall.
The Glamber Hall.
This is big, sexy glitter hall, baby. And they're all there to have a little bit of a feast.
Yeah.
So the lawn boys, they sit down, and the lawn sect, the jean sect they're very respectful of their choice not to drink.
Yeah.
Their choice to abstain. And yet, they're set up no liquor cups in front of them whatsoever, just some nice tea, a little raw seaweed, maybe some grass, a little bit of mulch a treat.
A little brick of Timothy hay. A little brick. Perhaps a strawberry as a treat.
Some vegan yogis.
Vegan yogis.
The
Veggie yogis.
Fun yogis.
But they're sitting there, they have their little vegan treats.
Yep, they've got their treats, they've got their tea, and yet Gene Zishun rolls up hot with a bottle of Hennessy in his hand.
He's got that Grey Goose looking to get loose.
You guys here to party or what?
This dude fucking missed every single no peer pressure lecture that they gave in this place. He comes up, and he's like, Sect Leader Law and Han Guangjun, a toast to each of you.
And, I mean, he's been going around toasting everybody, so it's not like he's, singling them out or anything.
Yeah, he'd just be toasting.
Jiggy immediately sees this and swoops the fuck in.
Jiggy's in the corner going...
He's like, come on, bro! And just, holding his hand up to his neck, making the cut.
and he comes up and he's like, Zishun, both Zawujun and Han Guangjun grew up in the cloud recesses. There are over 3,000 rules on their stone wall. Instead of asking them to drink, why not...
And, I guess I'll be...
Okay, yeah.
He's like, the Jin sect and the Lawn sect have always been like one family. We're all the same. My two Lawn brothers. If you don't drink this, you'd be looking down on me.
This fucking dude bro ass. That's the perfect voice for this idiot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And one of his boys with a Z is like, what a bold move.
And one of his other kids is like, this dude is could be shit.
And Jiggy is starting to get the vein on his forehead. He's
smiling through pain.
His smile is growing more and more strained. And he's like,
but he's still smiling.
But Jin Zishun, he's going on.
Oh yeah, he's like, don't say anything. Sect Leader Lan, our two sects aren't strangers to each other. Don't deal with me like how you deal with strangers. Just tell me one thing. Are you drinking it or not?
You used to be cool, bruh.
Bruh, why can't you hang?
Bruh. And Jiggy's like, he's still trying. He looks at Shichen and then he's like, after this, they'll return on their swords. Drinking would probably affect their...
It's not like they get drunk with just a few cups. Even if I drank 8 large bowls, I'd still be able to fly away.
I'm fine, bro.
I'm good. I drive better when I'm drunk.
This bitch got a DUI.
He got 4 DUIs. And he ain't been to jail once because his parents have money.
Yep. But
everybody's just so hyped up about that, and Lan Wangji's like, ugh. Just staring at this thing, not fucking feeling it.
He's staring at this cup of liquor like he's gonna make it explode with his brain.
Oh, absolutely. And then he doesn't have to because somebody takes it and slurps it up.
Somebody comes stinking on in.
Yeah, smell like God knows what. Sopping wet.
Stinky.
that fucking Tumblr post that's like rolling into the courtroom, sopping wet and smelling like God knows what.
Wafting it at that judge's face.
Oh.
So he knows I'm a whole bunch of bad. Stinky.
Stinky. Just straight stinky, bro.
But he comes wafting his ass in.
There he is, Mr. Stinky. Wafting is not the correct word because those clothes don't waft anymore. He ain't washed those things in about 3 months.
Oh, they're all cakey.
They're stiff as a board.
Blech.
It's like he's wearing paper.
God, it smells like a wet dog.
He rolls in and everyone loses their appetite.
And he drinks.
Did somebody die in here?
Kinda.
Listen. Half.
Half? Yeah. But you know who it is.
You know who the fuck it is.
It's this novel's smelly-ass, nasty protagonist. He comes in, Wei-Yin comes in, and he takes this cup, and he drinks it. He just tips the whole thing back. Glug, glug, bitch.
And he goes, I drink it for him. You satisfied yet?
And then Shin is like, Young Master Wei.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up?
Somebody's like, when did he come? Who's he? And Wei Wuxian puts the cup down and he like fixes himself up. A little dust cloud comes off. He's like,
Big Ben looking ass.
He's like, just a moment ago.
Just a moment ago? But just a moment ago, clearly nobody notified the room, much less greeted him.
Heaven forbid! How could he have gotten in if nobody had announced his presence?
The crowd couldn't help but shiver in disgust. I'm not gonna read
This man just walked through the door?
Smelling like that?
He brought his own incense, baby.
He's that fucking
Rollin Up Stinky.
Rollin Up Stinky. He's that.
I'm sorry.
No,
I don't know why the phrase "rolling up stinky" is so funny to me. Actually, it's a double entendre. All right, it means you're coming into a place smelling like God knows what, or it means that you are rolling a marijuana cigarette, rolling up stinky, baby.
That's stinky blinky.
Stinky winky. Stinky blinky skunk. Not hearing Amish. Not hearing burial mounds. It's fucking gross out.
It's fucking gross.
I got loud trying to smoke.
I got loud.
Rip to young King Dave.
Rip to young King Dave.
Legend.
So, young Ying Dave comes in. Yeeling Dave, and he rolls up Stinky. The crowd shivers in disgust, and Jiggy is like, I wasn't aware of young Master Wei's arrival at Koi Tower. The lack of a welcome was my fault. Would you like to be seated? All right, do you have an invitation? You gotta check this man at the door. You know his ass got a fake ID.
Exactly, and he's trying to do it in a very polite way, which I respect. And Wei Wuxian's like, no thanks, I don't. And he nods at Jin Zixun and he's like, Young Master Jin, can I please have a word with you?
Do you want me to be Jin Zixun again?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
If you have anything to say, come after our banquet is over.
And like, that's obviously, he's never gonna get to talk to him if he doesn't do it now. And Wei Wuxian's like, how long do I have to wait?
Probably around 6 to 8 hours, maybe 10 or 12, or until tomorrow.
I'm afraid I can't wait for that long.
You'll have to wait even if you can.
And Jiggy's like,
Young Master Wei, what do you need Zixun for? Is it a pressing matter?
Pressing indeed. It allows for no delay.
And Jin Zixun is like, he's still on his shit. 7 meter lawn, here. You haven't drunk this cup yet.
And of course, it's obvious he's trying to stall for time.
Oh yeah.
And Wei Wuxian's like,
a dark cloud flashed before his face. He gets the anime intense black eyes.
Yeah, his depression manifests itself physically for a second. And he's like, fine. Then I'll talk about it right here. Young Master Jin, have you heard of someone by the name of Wen Young?
Wen Young? No, I haven't.
You definitely remember him. Last month, when you were night hunting in the area of Ganchuan, you chased an 8-winged bat king to the gathering place, or the detention camp of the one-sex remains, and brought a group of the one-sex disciples. The one in the lead was him.
I love how, just in passing, an 8-winged bat king is mentioned.
A bat king.
An 8-winged bat king.
That's my new fucking persona, dude.
8-kinged Batwing.
8-king Batwing.
He's here. Nobody fucking cares. It's just like the zombie cows in the one chapter.
This is exactly how you set up a fucking world.
It is. It rules.
You just mention this shit offhandedly.
It's
and
just
then
shit
never
that exists.
again.
Yeah.
It's just shit that exists in the world. Like, oh yeah, sorry, today I'm a little late. I had to take down an 8-winged bat king on my way home from work. Like,
these fucking bat kings all over the place.
So all up in my shit.
Every day I wake up and there's an 8-winged bat king in my fucking car hood.
I can't take this, man. I can't take this 8-winged bat king anywhere.
This is clownish. I'm late for work.
And Jin Zixun is being a piece of shit about it.
He's being cagey, yeah. We get some exposition about how Wei Wuxian is correct and right, and God is always correct and truth.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jin Zixun is like, I don't remember, which means I don't remember. I'm not so idle as to go out of my way to remember a Wen dog's name.
Wei Wuxian's like, fine. I don't mind explaining it in greater detail. You couldn't catch the Bat King and happened to run into a few of the Wen sect's disciples who were there to investigate the same thing. And so you threatened them to carry spirit attraction flags to be your bait. They didn't dare do it. One person stepped out and tried to reason with you. That's the one young I'm talking about. After some delay, the Bat King got away. You beat up the One cultivators, took them away by force, and the group disappeared. Do I need to say any more details? They still haven't returned yet. Apart from you, I don't know who in the world I could possibly ask.
And Jin Zixun is like, yo, I ain't Jin Zixun.
Yeah, if you see me being Jin Zixun, no, you didn't.
I don't know shit about no Jin Zixun. He's like, Wei Wuxian, what do you mean? You came for him? You aren't standing up for a Wen dog, are you?
And Wei Wuxian just smiles, and he's
smiling.
like, since when is it your business whether I'd like to stand up for him or cut his head off? Just give him to me.
Gimme him.
And the smile's gone by the end.
Oh, yeah. Gimme my
100.
boy. Give me this man. And Jin Zixun is mad. You don't tell him what to do. He's got too much bro DNA for that. And he's bringing the whole thing. He's just making a scene. It's time to make a scene.
Typical only child shit.
God. Wei Wuxian, you are too bold. Did the Lanling Jin sect invite you today, and you dare run wild here? Do you really think that you're invincible, that nobody has the courage to confront you? Do you want to overturn the heavens?
You're comparing yourself to the heavens? Excuse my language, but your face is a little too thick, isn't it?
I mean...
Like, true enough, bro. Let's talk about this, okay?
Let's talk about this epic own of truth.
Because this is a little much. They're talking about the heavens. You remember how the ones were the sun?
Mm-hmm.
And now Jin Zixun is out here.
Out here talking with his mouth.
Gonna go ahead and scoop that title up, huh?
Oh, but Jin Zixun ain't even being half as bad about it as this next bitch about to come up.
Not even remotely.
Bitch McGuangshan stand up. He's fucking here.
Looking like a 1,400-year-old unpreserved corpse, already at the age of 39.
Jesus Christ. He stands up and he's putting on... Oh god, he's so fucking smarmy. Which of us can do the smarmier voice?
I'll take that bullet.
Which of us has a slimier slime voice?
It's not anything too important anyways. You youngsters, why lose your tempers over such a thing? However, young Master Wei, let me be fair here. Barging in when the Lanling Jin sect is holding a private banquet is indeed inappropriate.
Holding a private banquet. Holding a private banquet. Indeed inappropriate.
And, that shit is so fucking funny, but, like, I mean, like, Jin Guangshan, like, he doesn't fucking like Jin Zixun, so he was fine with it.
Anybody.
He doesn't like anybody. And, like, he just, like, is a messy bitch who lives for the drama, so he didn't really care about talking or, like, being a part of this conversation until Jin Zixun was obviously starting to embarrass himself.
Yeah.
And so Wei Wuxian's like,
Okay, noted.
Noted. Sect Leader Jin, it was never my intention to disturb your private banquet. My apologies. However, the whereabouts of the people whom young Master Jin took are still unclear. Just a moment of delay and it might be too late. One of the group had once saved me before. I will definitely not sit back and watch. Please don't feel pressured. I will make amends for this at a later date.
And, Jiggus be talking.
Jiggus be talking. You know what? You can be Jiggus now.
Right,
I just wanted to get that first one out of my system.
He's like, whatever it is, it must be able to wait a little longer. Come, you can sit down first. Let's talk about this with no rush.
And Jiggy is on it. He's already gotten him a little pillow to put his butt on. And the Wei Wuxian's like, Thank you, sect leader Jean, but I won't stay for long. The matter can't be delayed. Please let this be sorted out as soon as possible.
There's no need for hurry. If we break things down, there are indeed a few things between us that haven't been accounted for yet. Things that can't be delayed. Now that you're here, how about we use the opportunity to sort those things out as well?
And Wei Wuxian raises one of them little eyebrows. He goes, account for what?
Account for hips?
Account for hips? Ma'am?
Miss?
Ma'am? Sir?
Uh-oh, sisters.
Uh-oh, sisters.
And Jiggis is like, Young Master Wei, we've brought this up a couple of times with you already. You haven't forgotten, have you? During the Sunshot campaign, you had once used a certain object. You used object!
Used object? Where it sounds like, oh, you did mention it before. The tiger seal?
Tiger seal. Man accused of Yuzo's object.
Man accused of Yuzo's object. Man accused of WMD.
Man accused of WMD. Hate to see it. It is said that the Stygian tiger seal was casted from the iron of a sword that you acquired in the cave of the Schwanwu of Slaughter. Back then, you used it on the battlefield once. Its powers were horrifying, causing even a few of our own cultivators to be affected by its residual force.
Please get to the point.
This is the point. In the battle, apart from the Wen sect, our sides undertook great losses as well. In my opinion, such a weapon is quite difficult to be controlled. For it to be in the hands of just a single person might be. Pardon me, bitch.
Sect Leader Jean, let me ask you something else. Do you think that because the Qishan Wen sect is gone, the Lanling Jean sect has all right to replace it?
Owned.
And shit just goes dead silent.
And then everybody claps, and Albert Einstein is there.
And Wei Wuxian's like, everything has to be given to you? Everyone has to listen to you? Looking at how the Lanling Jean sect does things, I almost thought that it was the Qishan Wen sect's empire all over again.
And Jiggis is standing at his thing, glowing. He is just...
He says it's embarrassed anger, not indignance, not anything else. He's just kind of mad that he got caught out.
Mm-hmm. He got read for filth.
And I mean, like, people are being a little harder on Wei Wuxian and his style of cultivation now that the Sunshot campaign is over, but like...
When he's right, he's right.
When he's right, he's right. Here's the thing. And... People have been kind of thinking this in the back of their minds about the Lanling Jean sect for a while, but nobody really had the stones to say it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Except for this boy.
This boy.
He out here doing it.
He's smelling like shit, and he's got nothing to lose.
That's fucking it. And a guest cultivator is like, Wei Wuxian, what's your words? Wei Wuxian's like, did I say something wrong? Forcing living people to be bait? And beating them up whenever they refuse to obey. Is this any different from what the Qishan Wen sect does?
And some other asshole's like, of course it's different! The Wind Dogs did all kinds of evil! To arrive at such an end is only karma for them! We only avenged a tooth for a tooth, letting them taste the fruit that they themselves had sown. What's wrong with this?
I think the problem with this cultivation world is the same problem that we're having, and that their Overton window is way too far right.
Yikes! Yeah, the fucking window is way the hell over there.
That is skewed to fuck. And Wei Wuxian's like, take revenge on the ones who bite you. Wen Yong's branch doesn't have much blood on their hands. Don't tell me that you find them guilty by association.
Somebody else is like, Young Master Wei, is it that they don't have much blood on their hands just because you say so? These are only your one-sided words. Where's the evidence?
You think that they killed the innocent. Aren't those your one-sided words as well? Shouldn't you be the first one to show evidence? Why would you instead ask me for evidence?
Show me the receipts.
Yeah. And the person shook his head with the words, this man refuses to reason with me, written all over his face. God.
Just pinching the bridge of his nose like, I can't engage.
I can't believe this dude isn't immediately agreeing to everything I'm saying. And wanting to have a civil argument with me.
Wei Wuxian was standing at the gates of the Koi Tower going, let me in! And somebody did let him in.
Yeah! That was the first mistake!
He's Eric Andre at the RNC.
Yep.
So somebody else, some other idiot is like, Back then, when the Wen sect slaughtered our people, it was thousands of times crueler than this. They didn't treat us with justice and morality, so why should we treat them as with such?
Oh, the Wen dogs did all kinds of evil, so anyone whose surname is Wen can be killed. That's not it, is it? Many of the clans who defected from the Wen sect are quite well off right now, aren't they? In this hall, isn't there a few sect leaders from clans that used to be under the Wen sect's wing?
Fucking get him. He's just going off, silencing everybody.
He's literally popping the fuck off right now, and like the people who he's mentioning, wow, they're like, oh shit, he actually recognizes us. Ooh.
He's just doing a finger gun and pointing it at everybody in succession and going,
blow,
owned,
blow,
owned,
blow.
Gratata.
Gratata. And so Wei Wuxian continues. Since anyone whose surname is Wen can be used as an outlet of anger as one pleases, no matter if they're innocent or not, does it mean that it's fine even if I kill all of them right now?
He's busting out that piece.
Yeah, he's like putting his hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got his hand on the knot. And
he's strapped.
He's strapped. Sorry to say it. And everybody's like, ooh, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Lan Wangji even is like, yeet.
Yeah. And then Jiggy is like, young Master Wei, please don't overdo things. Things are still open for discussion. And then Jiggis is still glowing.
Yeah, he's mad as fuck.
And he gets up. Wei Wuxian, just because Sect Leader Zhang isn't here doesn't mean you can be so reckless. Hey, they said the thing!
They said the thing! And, Wei Wuxian continues to be a savage. Classy, bougie, wretched, sassy, moody, nasty. He goes, do you think that I wouldn't be reckless if he were here? If I wanted to kill someone, who could stop me? And who would dare stop me?
Wei Ying, put down Chen Qing. You know who the fuck it is.
Wei Wuxian, like, looks at him, and he, like, sees it. When will my reflection show? He sees his own hideous reflection, and he spins around because he can't take it, and he goes, Jin Zixun!
Zixun?
Cut the nonsense. I'm sure everyone knows that my patience is limited. Where is he? With so much time wasted on you, I'll give you 3. 3! And Jin Zixun is thinking about it, but Jiggis is like, ooh. Wei Wuxian goes, 2!
And then Jin Zixun is finally like, fine, it's just a few Wen dogs. Take them if you want to. I'm not fooling around with you any longer. Go find them at Changchi Path on your own.
Huh. If only you said it sooner.
I really like this part because, like, it's so... Like, it's such a trope that, like, somebody sees their reflection and they've become like, oh no, twisted version Joker of me. And, they, like, stop doing it right then and there. But Wei Wuxian, like, sees it and he doesn't like it, but he keeps going.
He literally turns away from it.
Yeah. He says,
he says, I pretend I do not see it. And he keeps on fucking around.
I simply choose not to see it.
I simply do not see it.
It's really good.
Sorry to my friends who see it, but I simply do not.
He came like wind and went like wind.
So he's out of there, bro.
You know?
He's out of there. I also think this is a good, like, this is kind of a good touch point on his level of control that he has over himself and, like, his abilities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the first time we see where he's like, he can kill somebody. Mm-hmm. And he's mad enough that he might, but he gets what he needs and he gets out of there.
Yep. He's still at a point where he's like, he's hanging on.
Yep. He's
hanging on, but that sentence ends with a comma.
Yep.
So then, this bit's funny. So then we get this bit where, like, just every Jin throws a tantrum.
Yeah, the Jins are mad as fuck. So,
Jiggis kicks a table over.
He literally just flips a fucking table. They roll down the stairs just like his precious, horrible son. Jiggy, like, starts to try and mitigate.
But then Jiggis, like, stomps away. He's
already throwing a tantrum. There's no saving that.
Yeah.
And then Jin Zixun, mad as fuck too. Jiggy, like, tries to catch up with him before he storms out too. He's like, Zixun.
Yep. But he's going to. He fucks off. And he
fucks off, but before he fucks off...
before he fucks off, he splashes some booze on poor little Jiggy's robes.
He throws booze on his robes, severely disrespecting him.
Fuck this hamster.
Nobody, not only was it an act of severe disrespect towards Jiggy, it was just a very disrespectful thing to do for someone that high up in the sect to do, especially to someone he's related to.
Yeah.
But, shit is popping off in there, so nobody really noticed except for Lan Shichen.
Yeah. It was more than embarrassing, but because of how chaotic the state of the hall was, nobody really minded the act of great misconduct.
Nobody notices when Jiggy gets bullied.
Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Except for Uwuju.
Except for Uwuju.
My Uwuju.
Who comes up and he wraps Jiggy in a towel and he brings him a sippy cup.
And he goes, "Brother."
I'm fine. Brother, please be seated.
Oh, little baby.
The little baby.
And Lan Shichen, it says it was unsuitable for Lan Shichen to comment on Jin Zishun, so he took out a snow-colored handkerchief and passed it to him. "Go retire and change your clothes."
I can't leave, can I?
Oh, man. And so,
he's got to stay and clean up the whole mess.
He's the only person who can, because he's the one that gets saddled with all this shit.
He's the Wrangler. He's wearing his Wrangler jeans and his jellies, and he's doing all of the work around here because nobody the fuck else will.
Yep. So he's doing all of the emotional and everything else labor.
Yeah. The emotional, the physical, the mental labor.
Going around trying to reconcile with the people who got their feelings hurt.
He reassured the crowd as he ranted, completely exhausted. Young Master Wei really is too impulsive. How could he speak in such a way in front of so many sects?
And Lan Wangji's like, "Was he wrong?"
Get fucking owned.
I love whenever we get dialogue from Wang Ji, because you need to pay attention to it. He makes it count, bitch.
He opens his mouth and he speaks nothing but the epic truths of life.
And Jiggy's like,
yes, he's right, but it's because he's right that he can't say it in front of them, correct?
Oh, I can't believe this man had a correct opinion in front of the...
Oh, I hate when my entire family gets owned in front of me and I'm the one who has to deal with it.
I hate when my entire family gets rightfully owned in front of me.
Actually, I love it. That's why I'm smiling.
It's my favorite.
That's why I'm smiling. That's why I'm ending every sentence that I text with a smiley.
Yeah. And Lan Shichen is #thonking. He's like, "Young Master Wei's heart really has changed."
And look, Lise, you can see Lan Wangji's heart breaking.
Yeah,
right.
God.
That fucking sucks.
So we cut to Wei Wuxian, and he pulls up in this alley, and he goes, "I know where he is. Let's go."
He pulls up, and Wenqing is in there. She's standing in the alley looking like Jay and Silent Bob at the same time.
She looks just completely like death. She's been running nonstop. She hasn't slept in days. She's just been trying to find her brother, you know? And so she gets up. She's really struggling, and he's like, "Do you want me to take you somewhere to rest? It's fine if I go alone. I'll definitely bring back Wen Yang."
And she grabs him. No, I'll go. I have to go.
And we get a little bit on how she ran from Qishan to Yunmong, just busting ass. And she, Wei Wuxian was the person that she had to go to. So she is really not doing too good. Wei Wuxian sees this. He buys her some steamed buns so she can get something in her stomach. And they basically get going. Yep.
Wei Wuxian has a moment where he notices the parallels.
Yeah.
What she looked like reminded Wei Wuxian of how he and Zhang Cheng were like when they were on the run.
And he goes, "It's fine. I'll definitely bring back Wen Yang."
And then she's crying while she has her little bun. "I knew I shouldn't have left, but I had no choice. They forced me to go to another city. When I came back, Wen Yang and the entire group was gone. I knew I shouldn't have left him alone."
"He'll be alright."
"He won't! Anyang's been a skittish one ever since he was young. He's both cautious and timid. He doesn't even dare hire the more quick-tempered people to be his subordinates. They're all a bunch of mice like him. He has no idea of what to do in an emergency when I'm not there with him."
And we get a little bit of So we get this little paragraph that says, when Wei Wuxian, with Zhang Cheng on his back, said goodbye to Wenqing, this was what she said. No matter... Oh, you could actually, yeah.
No matter what the result of this campaign turns out to be, from now on, we owe each other no more. It's all settled.
And she was confident when she said that, but this was her final recourse. So she's basically abandoned all her pride. She literally begged him.
My final message, find my bro. Yep.
You're my only hope.
You're my only hope. So we get a little flashback to her begging, for help.
And then we get a little where are they now thing with the Changchi path, which the Lanling Gene sect has graciously taken over. So instead of glorifying the ones now, they're going to clean it up.
They're going to clean it up.
They're going to make it better. They're going to glorify the genes instead.
Yeah.
And what better people to work on this beautiful project than the people whose entire lives and culture they're erasing? Cool. So they have some cool prisoners of war there working on Changchi Path.
Taking the original art there and changing it to that which the oppressing culture wants them to show.
And listen. It's kind of like taking the Confederate statues and replacing them with statues of George W. Bush and Henry Kissinger.
What?
So it's on a different axis of evil, but it's an axis that people are still able to legitimize as, well, they're better than the other ones.
Yeah, it's literally, we're gonna take this statue of Dick Cheney and change it into a statue of Nancy Pelosi.
God!
She's not him!
Yeah, she's not Dick Cheney.
She's not Dick Cheney. What more do you want?
We're gonna take this statue of Stonewall Jackson and turn it into a statue of Elon Musk. You're welcome. We're contributing positively to society.
We hear you, gives the finger.
We're here to make you worship this billionaire as a god.
It's fine and normal. It's 2021.
Yeah. So anyway, they've got these people here. So that's where Jin Zixun carted these people off to.
Yeah.
So they pull up.
It's
nighttime. Yeah. Yep. It's nighttime. They're sneaking a little bit, and they see this old lady, and she's carrying this huge flag, and she's got a little baby bundle on her back.
He's just a little toddler baby,
and she's carrying a really fucked up one banner, basically. And Wenqing recognizes this lady.
Yeah. Granny, it's me.
And this lady, she's very old. She probably blind deaf, but she can tell there's somebody coming towards her, and she's a little scared.
Mm-hmm.
And Wenqing runs even closer, and she grabs the flag, and she's like,
"What's this? What are you doing?"
And it's like it's a Chishan Wen flag, but there's also a cross painted on top of the flag, and it's all tore up. So they're gleaning that her punishment, little Granny's punishment, is to carry around this super disrespected, tore up flag.
Yep.
In self-humiliation. And so the old lady is scared at first, but then she recognizes who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Wenqing's like,
"Granny, where's Anyang? Where's Fourth Uncle and the rest? Where's Anyang?"
And Granny looks at Wei Wuxian. She doesn't say nothing. And then she looks towards the valley. And Wenqing, I guess, just takes that as her answer.
Mm-hmm. He's somewhere.
So they run through and they find some prisoners. They're basically getting their shit rocked by the Lanling Gene sect here. Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
Yeah, there's all these Gene guys. They're the guards. They're just doing their jobs.
It's a, look down, don't look them in the eye kind of deal scene.
And one guy is like, do you want to be him?
One guy's like, I'm looking for prisoner 24601.
Jesus.
one of the inspectors sees excuse me, wow, wrong Ching, sees Wen Ching, and he's like, where did you come from? Who let you run around here?
I'm here to find someone.
And the inspector, like, pulls up, he pulls something from his waist, and he's like, I don't care if you're looking for someone or not. Leave! If you don't...
And then Stinky Boy.
He sees the Tinky One.
He smells him before he sees it.
He sees that Tinky One.
He sees the tink.
He sees the stink lines coming off him before he rounds the corner.
Just them wafting up into the air as he rises up over the hill.
And he's like, the description just says that he's sexy but rude.
Literally.
Basically, it's like the young man bore handsome features, but his eyes were rather cold.
Hot but rude.
Sexy but rude. He doesn't tip baristas, but he's very pretty. And so he's a little scared, but here's the thing. He thinks that, this sexy rude boy is staring at him, but he realizes he's staring at the iron brand in the inspector's hands. And they have iron brands, y'all!
Hey.
You remember iron brands?
Hey.
From the fucking fascists that they just fought to take down?
It was only that the shape of the brand at the top was changed from the sun crest to the peony crest.
I wonder if that means anything. I'm putting on my critical reading glasses here, and it's appearing to me that there might be a theme apparent here.
A third eye is opening wide on my forehead.
My chakras, they're aligning.
My skin is made out of kaleidoscope-looking ass patterns. My arms are parting. Yep.
Parabola begins to play behind me.
It is fucking blaring.
Spinning, waving through the... Okay,
Maynard James Keenan himself comes out of my third eye from my forehead, and he fights another him also made out of my brain.
Completely bald, completely nude, dripping wet.
He's moaning.
Simultaneously very slick, but also kind of covered in blood. He emerges from my forehead like he's a child of Zeus. Is
that not how he was created?
Yeah, I think he was birthed from some demon's forehead.
I don't know. He
was grown on a vine. An evil vine.
If you can grow a tomato, you can grow a Maynard James Keenan.
That's right. That's my next project. Hydroponically grow Maynard James Keenan.
I didn't know until like a couple of months ago that he's a manlet.
He is a manlet. He's like 5'4" or something, right?
He's small.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
It's really good.
Oh, I love it when I'm manlet.
I love it when manlet.
I love it when manlet. Oh, God.
So...
What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, yeah, peony crest. Because of funny fascism.
So she's still... And Wen Ching is still looking around the rows and rows of sad prisoners. She can't find Wen Young.
She's looking for baby. She can't find baby.
She cannot find baby, and then the inspectors are, like, kind of getting suspicious, so they, like, get off their horses, and then they, like, kind of start targeting Wei Wuxian a little bit, and Wen Ching comes over to him.
Where are the Wen cultivators sent here just a few days ago?
And the inspectors, like, look at each other, and then they, like, kind of... all of the prisoners here are the one-sex cultivators. New ones are sent here every day.
It's my brother, sent here by Jinzi Shun. He's about this tall, he doesn't talk much, stammers whenever he talks.
Hey, maiden, look. There are so many people here. How can we remember if any of them stammers or not?
I know he has to be here.
The inspector was rounded and chubby.
Rounded.
He gave an obsequiously apologetic grin. I love that.
Yeah.
Maiden, don't worry. Actually, it happens a lot that other sects come to us for cultivators. Maybe somebody else took him during the past few days. When we do roll calls, we'd sometimes find that someone ran away as well.
He wouldn't have ran away. Granny and the others are all here. My brother wouldn't have ran away on his own.
Then, would you like to take your time searching for him? All of the people are here. If you don't find him, then we can't do anything about it either.
And then Wei Ying is here.
He says, all of the people are here?
And everybody's like, looking at each other like, do we want to stick to this? I could be the inspector
Yeah.
because, yeah. That's right.
Fine. For the time being, I'll take it that all the living ones are here. Then what about the rest?
And Wenqing is like,
Oh, no. The rest, as compared to the living, could only be the dead.
yikes! That's not the way to talk. Although it's all Wen cultivators here, we've never dared to do anything fatal.
And Wei Wuxian's... He just acts very nonchalant, taking out the flute.
I simply do not hear it.
He simply does not hear it. So... And everybody who sees him pull out the flute is horrified! They run the fuck away. And they... so there's just Wei Wuxian here, center stage.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we also get an interesting blurb about how the prisoners here don't recognize Wei Wuxian, like, personally.
Yup.
Because the only Wens that Wei Wuxian has ever come face-to-face with have been completely fucking, like, obliterated.
Oh, yeah. It was like in one of the first few sessions of fucking Crew Game when Archie got, like, a nat 20 to get rid of a giant rat on his arm and he dabbed and it just, like, vaporized out of existence.
Yeah, so Wei Wuxian has vaporized anyone who has seen him before.
He dabs and they just stop. They just are erased from history.
But these ones, they've been through enough that they know black robes plus flute
That's bad news.
equals just a rollicking time.
Whole mess of crap.
And everybody's like, oh shit, it's Chung-Ching!
Oh shit!
And so he makes one little toot. He does like a Gura style, ends the stream, and the corpses come out.
Yeah.
So here come the corpses! Bring in the dancing corpses! Skellingtons! And at the very front of the newly summoned small group of corpses is your boy.
It's your boy.
Wenqing does not like to see it.
I wouldn't either. His face was as pale as wax and his pupils were dilated. The blood at the corner of his lips had already dried into a dark brown. Although his chest didn't rise and fall at all, it was obvious to see that half of his rib cage had collapsed. Bad! But she's still like, she runs up to him and she's like, grabbing him.
She's trying to check his pulse. She's trying to see if he's still alive because she can't really accept it.
Wenqing cried as she touched Wen Young's ribs as if she wanted to piece them back together. Fuck off!
Yeah, this is a harrowing ass scene. MXTX did not have to do us like this, but she did.
She went hard.
So she's just really, really, she's ugly crying, and MXTX makes a point to express that she is ugly crying because she's in the deepest of her sorrows.
She is fucking ugly crying.
Yeah, she's
fugly crying.
A fugly ass crying.
And Wei Wuxian is like, he's glowing. He is so fucking mad.
Yeah, it's just fucking horrible to see someone like Wenqing like this because she was easily, aside from like Zhang Cheng, like one of the most prideful people.
Oh yeah,
in the whole fucking book before we've seen her like this.
She was mega girl boss.
She was mega girl boss. Gatekeep. Gynecology girl boss. Gatekeep
gynecology girl boss.
Gatekeep gyro spironolactone genius.
Gyro Zeppeli. We all know this. This is what all the G's stand for.
Yes.
But Wei Wuxian is mad.
He's mad as fuck. He closes his eyes. Because Wenqing, she freaks out so hard that she passes out. Wei Wuxian comes to collect her. He closes his eyes, tries to get his shit together, fails. He goes, "Who killed him?"
And everybody's kind of like, should we tell him? But one of the guys is like, young Master Wei, you mustn't say such a thing. We wouldn't dare kill a single person here. He's the only one that wasn't careful while working, fell off the valley walls and died. Hey, let's go Mets, baby.
Love the Mets. Nobody would dare kill a single person. Is that true?
Hey, absolutely!
Not a single one! And Wei Wuxian smiles. He smiles serenely. He goes, oh, I understand. It's because they're one dogs. And one dogs aren't people. So even if you killed them, it doesn't count as having killed people. That's what you mean, isn't it?
He got his fucking number.
It got literally. And Wei Wuxian goes, or did you really think I wouldn't know how someone died?
Sweating bullets. This
Hello.
bitch. Hello.
Like you picked the wrong one.
Not today, bitch.
The inspectors are like, oh, fuck. Wei Wuxian continues to smile. Serenely.
Serenely.
He says, it's best if you admit everything honestly. Who's the one that killed him? Step forward on your own, or else I'd prefer killing the wrong people over letting them go. Killing all of you would make sure that no one is let off.
And all of these guys are like,
and
You're
this scared as fuck.
This bitch, he's still trying to go. The Yunmeng Jiang sect and the Lanling Jin sect have been getting along with each other. You mustn't...
You're quite brave. Are you threatening me?
Of course not, of course not.
Congratulations to you for successfully draining all my patience. Since you don't want to speak up, let's let him answer on his own.
Uh-oh.
And Wending hits it, bro. Literally. He raises his head and then he reaches out and grabs the throats of two of these inspectors.
Oof.
And he raises them up into the air. And the head inspector is terrified.
Oh yeah, he's yelling, Young Master Wei, please go easy on us. Doing this in the heat of the moment would lead to irreversible consequences.
The rain fell heavier and heavier. Drops of water trickled incessantly down Wei Wuxian's cheeks. He spins around and he puts a hand on Wending's shoulders and he goes, Wen Changlin!
And he just fucking does a Nathan explosion scream.
He, hold on, you know what he does?
Oh no. I can't wait for this. What in God's name could this possibly be? They're getting a drinky drink. Yeah. Pop that cap.
Do you know what he does?
Oh my god. Do whatever you gotta.
That's what he does.
Thanks.
Sorry, it was not as powerful as I just chugged like half a can of a carbonated drink because I really wanted to get it like deep and horrifying, but...
I'll bass boost it, I'll add some reverb.
Thank you. Please do.
I'll pitch it down.
Yeah. And like extend it a little bit.
Yeah. Add some echo.
Now, I will say as a little... as an aside, I'd be burping in these episodes. And my lovely fiance is kind enough to cut most of them out because she loves me and wants to put my best face forward to the people. But there is something wrong with this body. I don't know what the fuck is up with this thing. I'm horrified most of the time with what comes out of my body.
Jesus Christ.
You just heard a little bit of it.
Oh, God. Let it never be said that we don't do some fucking work to make this podcast.
So, Demi Lovato voice, this is real, this is me.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Good. Oh, God. But yeah, it goes full Metalocalypse. Wei Wuxian finally, he's still addressing these guys.
He goes, whoever caused all of you to be like this, let them meet the same end. I give you the right to do so. Settle everything.
And
He's talking to the corpses, baby.
Yep.
He's fucking... He hit it. Won Young does not hesitate, bitch. He smashes those two heads together like he's the monkey playing the cymbals. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
And they're juicy.
They're juicy.
They're juicy. So these men meet their end quite juicily. Like exploding watermelon.
Terrible.
That's the descriptor we get.
Sending red and white flying everywhere. Ew.
So
it's metal again. The scene was hauntingly grotesque. It was a Cannibal Corpse album cover. Everybody's screaming. There's chaos.
Wei Wuxian takes still unconscious Wen Qing up in his arms, and then he goes over and grabs him a horse.
Yep.
And then there's somebody who calls out to him.
Mr. Wei?
Wei Wuxian turns around and he's like, what?
There's a house on that side of the valley. They use it to lock people inside and beat them up. Anyone who dies would be dragged outside and buried. Some of the people you're looking for might be over there.
Thank you. And so he goes in the direction this person says, and he finds all these fucking people, and they're all
Kool-Aid
beat
Man's
to
the house
shit.
Down.
Oh yeah, he Kool-Aid Man's the door down. He finds all these people beat to tar. And they're scared.
They're scared.
They're afraid that this guy is going to come in and beat the shit out of them like they have in the past. Except they see Wen Qing, even though she's passed out. They're like, Maiden Qing!
And another one's like, Who are you? What did you do to Office Leader?
And Wei Wuxian's like, nothing. Who are the cultivators under Wen Young? Cut the nonsense and step out now.
And they kind of hesitate, but they do it. And then he brings them out. He says, get me some damn horse.
Get the horses!
Get me horse!
Get me horns! Hurry up!
I demand haunts!
And then a dude's like,
no, our young master Wen Young.
And then severed head comes across the... it just flies across the screen.
Which is like... almost comedy.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think this is meant to be a little bit of levity because they're like,
God.
oh no, but we can't leave without Wen Young, our poor baby boy. And then there he is. He just tore somebody's head clean off. Straight off.
Just across the screen.
And he says, the people turn around just in time to see Wen Young crash a corpse, the limbs of which were still twitching onto the ground. With bare hands, he grabbed for the internal organs, and Wei Wuxian's like, go. Enough! You're good, dude!
Take a break! Oh my god!
Wen Young, angry, he goes...
And Wei Wuxian is yelling for his gang.
He's yelling for his gang. He's going, get up! What are you waiting for? Mount the horses! Don't tell me you're waiting for me to find your swords!
Fuck a sword. Fuck a old sword.
Fuck a sword. Get out of here. And one person remembers Grandma's there. He helps Grandma onto the horse. Wei Wuxian still got Wen Qing.
He gets baby who was with Grandma.
He gets baby. He carried baby. He's Mr. Take Your Baby.
Mr. Take Your Baby. Mr. Take Your
Mr.
Grandma.
Become Your Dad.
I'm your dad now.
I'm your dad now. And the grandma is hesitant to do this at first because, you know, it's her baby and it's a stranger. But Wei Wuxian takes him. The old lady's like, Ayan! And he, you know, I mean, although the child called Ayan was still quite young, he already knew fear. But still, he didn't cry. He only continued to nibble at his fingers as he snuck a few glances at Wei Wuxian.
He's chilling.
Wei Wuxian goes, we're going!
We out of here!
And then they get the fuck out of there. And that's the end of the chapter.
That's the end of the chapter! So, next week is a very special episode. Do you know why, Ray?
Why would that be?
It's because next week, well, we're going to be reading the second and final part of the Recklessness arc.
Right.
Chapter 73. Right. But more importantly, it's episode 69. Nice.
Dude, that's the funny sex number.
That's the funny number.
That's the funny sex number.
Our first...
Holy shit!
The real true milestone is getting to the sex number of episodes. Congratulations to us, we did it, fam.
Yeah, the real treat, honestly, I think the real treat of this podcast in general is the fact that we get to have 69 milestones.
Right?
2 of them.
2 of them!
Are you kidding me? Like, I'm so spoiled by this shit.
Spoiled for
Incredible. I'm spoiled. This is fantastic.
Number. Unbelievable. It's
so
tremendous.
Excited. I'm really excited for this momentous event.
Tremendous.
Awesome.
But that's next week.
Yeah.
For now, we have a Google Translate Essence collection to get to.
A googie?
A googie. So I just have some fun ones.
Cool.
Just kind of some fun stuff for this one. These are real quick ones. I have 3 of them. So this first one... this first one is from Chinese.
Okay.
I don't remember what this fic is about, but I remember that I did note that the person who is speaking in this bit is some random servant talking to Lan Shichen.
A random servant. Okay. You are a boy of 40. Now suddenly bring home a pretty guy and live in the old lady's old house as soon as he arrives. Damn. Those are some harsh words from the servant.
A boy of 40.
Just a mere boy of 40. Now, to be fair, they are cultivators and they are like immortal looking, so they could still be looking like a boy at the age of 40 if they got their cultivation right early enough.
News media be treating white male criminals like.
Wow. A 40-year-old teen boy.
A 40-year-old little boy who simply made a mistake.
A 40-year-old little boy who made a mistake on a bad day.
Poor widow boy.
It's just my little middle-aged man. Just my widow boy.
Now suddenly bring home a pretty guy.
Haribo. Suddenly bring... Aren't we all? We all are saying this.
We're all suddenly bring home a pretty guy.
Like, just lickety-split like that, bringing home a pretty guy.
That clock ticks over from 39 to 40, and a pretty guy shows up on your door. What do you do with him?
Bring him home.
You live in the old lady's old house.
You live in the old lady's old house, obviously.
Duh.
I don't know what else you want from this situation.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from it?
Baby cat watching us judgmentally.
Mamie's gad.
Mamie gad.
Let's continue with the Google Translate Essence collection.
Sometimes you let out these belches and I have no idea whether or not I should keep them.
Well, we did kind of peek behind the curtain already this episode. So if you wanted to keep that one in, I think that would be okay. Sorry to our fans who think it gross, but I'm gross. Thank you.
You take what you get.
Sorry to my haters.
Sorry to my haters.
Oh, arm hurty.
Oh yeah, because you got the COVID hurting juice today, huh?
I got the COVID hurting juice today. Another peek behind the curtain. We had to split this episode into 2 because we record at night and I have to go to bed early right now.
It's got grandma bedtime.
It got grandpa bedtime.
Yeah.
And today is the second half of the day, and I managed to squeeze in a COVID vaccine shot today. So. And now me arm hurty and I'm very sleepy.
Oh, well, so we're gonna get through it.
It's all good. We're gonna do some more sexy Google Essence collection.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have a good time.
Quick look at baby cat.
Oh gosh, rounded,
smell, rounded. Miracle of small and round. Follow me on Twitter for small and round updates. Anyway, so this next one.
Continue.
Just admiring.
Just continue.
Sleepy.
She's just having a bit of a rest after taking a huge, nasty doo-doo.
Doo-doo. So this next one is also from Chinese. Our favorite.
Yes.
Who fucking cares? This one is Jiggy talking to NMJ.
Yes. On the eldest brother's side, please pay more attention to how to relieve the grievances. Niamingtwe's face changed and asked, "What do you mean?" Literal meaning. That in quotation marks. In quotation, no capitalization, ending with a period. Literal meaning.
Literal meaning.
Wow. Shots fired, Beach.
Next time somebody asks me what I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Literal meaning.
That's how you own people. That's how you get an epic fucking own.
Because it's simultaneously confounding and very clear and to the point.
Yeah. It's insulting, honestly. Literal meaning. Hello.
Literal meaning.
Literal meaning, sorry.
With your eyebrows raised, nodding your head, literal meaning. Hello?
Literal meaning, what do you want?
Is there anything up there, honey?
Hunty?
I said literal meaning. Okay, that's all for that. Little Karen Jiggy moment.
But, that's...
Hey, have I told you guys that my district manager at my work, because we're a really big nationwide chain or whatever, she has banned the use of Karen within the store employee base because she considers it a slur. Guess which other bitch is into minion memes on Facebook? Horrible.
Phenomenal.
Extremely bad.
Fucking phenomenal. Do you want to read this third one?
Yes, I do.
So this
I do.
One's from Russian.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on, but I know that this is Jinzi Shun's POV. We don't get a whole lot of him in these, but we had a whole lot of his ass in this chapter, so...
Yeah. The little man is doing big things. Which of the maids put poison in his tea? Which of the charmers cursed him? Who hated him so much since he decided to do such a mean act? Recently admitted to the Suming-shan clan? Clan? Suming-shan clan. Whatever.
Bit of a tongue twister there.
The clan. Reproachable and ruthless Wei Wuxian. Wei Wuxian spelled perfectly. Perfectly. Ingenious and dangerous Jin Guangyao. Also spelled perfectly.
The little man is doing big things.
The little man is doing big things. That's Jiggy's DN on Twitter. Little man doing big things. Little man making big moves, baby.
The little man is doing big things.
Little man do big thing.
Little man, big thing.
Little man, big thing.
Little man do big thing. Out here doing big thing.
Out here doing big thing. A Sean Cody original. Little man, big thing.
Awful.
You're welcome.
No.
Yeah.
I will never thank you for this.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Ingenious and dangerous.
Ingenious.
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 It is spelled that way.
A genius one.
Ingenious.
Oh shit, you're right. Ingenious?
The ingenious way.
I mean, if he got it, he got it.
If he got it, he got it. He got that brain, though. Damn.
You know he do.
He be giving that brain. Hey, questions!
Yes. Yeah, let's hit some questions. Also, just really quick, want to circle back to the drink of the week, because I know I said that we would. I managed to crack it open finally. It's very nice. It adds a very... The MSG adds a very mouth-watering, savory element to it. It's very interesting, and it's a sour.
Ooh.
It's a Gosa, so it's a little bit salty.
What's it called again?
It's Exchange Rate is the name. I was incorrect on it. It's called Exchange Rate by Bold Mariner Brewing Company out of Virginia.
Virginia. Can't spell Virginia without beer.
Virginia beer is pretty good.
Virginia.
It's pretty good.
Let's get some questions going.
Let's do some questions, y'all.
Folks, if you have questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter @cloudrecesspod, just the one recess. Let's go over to Twitter first. We got a handful. We got a few.
We got a little bit of Twitter questioning today.
Some dwiddy.
So, long-time respondent friend of show, Jove at Ask Jovery asks, what modern job do you think these characters would unexpectedly have but be very good at? I imagine Wei Wuxian is a clown. I think he'd be very good at comedy or the art of it. Also, the idea of him going to clown college and having a clown license, being registered with the clown board is very good. I did study clownery for a short while in school, and my god, it is difficult. So this is actually weird praise for Wei Wuxian. I think that he would do very well. I think he might get in trouble for being maybe a controversial clown. Clowntroversial? He would maybe do some clowntroversial things.
He's getting into clowntroversy.
Engaging in clowntroversy.
Engaging in clowntroversy.
I like that. I like Wei Wuxian as a clown.
He could definitely be like an improv boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. An improv boy or like a stand-up comedian.
God.
What would be unexpected, but they'd actually work at it? Zhang Chung, he works at a shelter.
Oh my god! Like what kind of shelter?
A dog shelter. I just realized that. He dog. Or he works at like a dog grooming salon, a really foofy, like bougie one.
Oh my god. He works at the dog kennel. The doggy daycare.
The fancy doggy hotel.
Mr. Doggy Daycare Boy.
Absolutely. He's this like big grumpy dude. And then he walks in and he's stoic customer service king for these dogs only.
He doesn't put up with any shit when somebody comes in and wants to make trouble about their what has been done to their puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lan Wangji is a stunt man.
Oh my fucking Jesus.
Because he knows how to do it right.
He does know how to do it right.
He knows how to do it right. Whatever it is, he knows how to do it right and safely.
He's just your man.
He's just like this really stoic dude and he seems fairly peaceful. And then you're like, what do you do for a living? And he's like, stunt man. Stunts. Like riding a motorcycle through a ring of fire and shit.
Stunting. What? I'm trying to think of something for Mr. Wen Young. He's
Wen Young is in a metal band.
That's what I was going to say.
He's a drummer.
Yeah, why was I asking this? I know this. In my heart I know this.
They're like, so what do you do, bud? He's like, I drum for a metal band. It's pretty cool.
I'm in a metal a death metal band. It's just some, maybe some speed metal sometimes with some thrash. Yeah.
We have some groove elements too, but for the most part, it's death metal. Yeah.
And then you listen to it; it's full on Cookie Monster. Have me or my dad ever used the term cookie metal around you?
No.
That's what my dad calls all of the metal that, like, where the singer sounds like that. Where he just fucking sounds like Cookie Monster. That kind of shit.
I respect that.
You know? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
That's good enough for me.
I don't know what else you want.
It's for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Cookie metal. Anyway, let's go to this next one.
As always, you and your dad are right about music.
What can I say? If my dad's right about one thing, it's metal.
That's true. Next set of questions is from @Helenin. Thank you. They ask, what snack would you buy if you ran into a minor acquaintance in the marketplace after doing a vengeful genocide on their family?
Oh my god. Do we want to answer that and then go to the second one, or
let's answer that one and then go to the second one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great question. I think I would buy
crispy M&Ms.
I would find the most expensive thing in the store, or I don't know, because I just can't see myself doing a genocide is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's where we kind of run into it. I generally try to do as little genocide as possible.
I make a concerted effort to avoid genocidal tendencies.
I don't like to do that.
Not really my chosen wave.
Yeah, not exactly on that level.
But that's a great question.
I'm sticking with crispy
Depending on the time of day and where we are, I'd probably get a breakfast sandwich. Yeah. Because chances are I'm either at Wawa or 7-Eleven, because those are the only gas stations I trust. So
rolling up to Wawa, trying to right my wrongs with a sizzly.
I just killed 3,000 people. I'm rolling up. Y'all got any of them like pancake ones?
The pancake one. You'll give me one of them stuffed pretzels.
I want extra mayonnaise on it, and I want it cold. Actually, yeah, just like order the freakiest possible thing you can at a gas station.
God.
Get like the weirdest combination of shit and make direct eye contact.
Good Lord.
As a power move.
How about this next
All right, so their next question is, what song does Wei Wuxian play to make Wenyoung go sicko mode?
Hammer Smash Face.
Yes. Absolutely. Hammer Smash Face or Bloodrecuted. You'll be bloodrecuted. You'll be bloodrecuted. You'll be bloodrecuted. You'll be bloodrecuted right now. We love to hear it.
We do love to hear it, actually. Fuck you,
Blood is an energy conductor. All I need is an outlet. Sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
What about for the other characters? Because they did ask about the other characters.
Ooh.
To go sicko mode. What's the sicko mode like entering the Rang song?
Ooh. I think he's got to play...
I might just go psycho.
Psycho killer.
Oh, yeah.
It's, to me...
Yeah.
It's got to be... For Wongi, he's playing WAP.
Oh. Listen.
Wongi hear it and he goes sicko.
Wow, wow, wow. You know what?
Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're not.
Yeah.
I just hate it. And I don't hate it. I'm going to be real. I've been listening to a lot of Cardi B, a lot of Megan the Stallion, and a lot of Doja Cat lately on rotation. I don't know why. Probably because they were, two of them were best new artists. Wait, they all were. Wait.
It's because you're a lesbian, Ray.
Listen, I don't want to talk about the fact that I fell into a Megan the Stallion music video hole when I was supposed to be doing my reading last evening. And it was just because I liked to see the her. And she was right when she said that her picture's been getting us through the quarantine. She was.
I too am a lesbian. This is a
her picture's been getting lesbians through the quarantine. You know?
God.
This is why I don't rap, thank you.
Wayne definitely thinks he's doing like a funny joke, playing a funny joke on Wongi.
He sings along to it, and that's when the problem arises, and the problem is Lan Wangji's enormous penis.
Singing while playing the flute. He's playing it like a kazoo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking some sippies.
You gotta take the sippies. Who am I to prevent you from
There's in this house.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet-ass pussy.
That's what he turns the lyrics into.
Give me everything you got. Wet ass pussy.
Wet ass.
Y'all notice how she kind of like says it like through clenched teeth? And that part I'm like, Jesus, Cardi? It's real. I appreciate the enthusiasm. But I'm a little nervous.
This is the WAP studies department.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With oh god, there are other characters.
Yeah. Just
and there are songs other than WAP, but I don't think there are songs other than WAP.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Jong Chung's is the song that just makes him go apeshit.
Yeah, what makes him angriest?
Headstrong by Trap.
Fuck off. It is fuck off. God damn it.
Thank you.
Anthony Fantano, please guest on this podcast so we can actually have somebody who knows more music than I do.
Yeah, I honestly give my music knowledge like a soft 7. Light 7.
I have not listened to any... I haven't added any new songs to my rotation in like 5 years. I just stay listening to the same shit from like 2009 and earlier.
Yeah.
Because that's just how I fucking be. That's how the Roy brain.
Yeah. It's understandable.
I don't know shit about shit.
It'd be like that sometimes.
What can I say?
You don't need to know anything about music.
I don't know anything about anything.
You don't need to know shit about shit.
I don't know fuck about dick. That's what I'm saying.
You can just exist in this world, not knowing shit about anything and having a great time. And still be a perfectly worthwhile human being.
I can sit in my car in the Food Lion parking lot for however the fuck long I want, listening to Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, and nobody can tell me a damn thing elsewise because I pay my taxes.
And why would they tell you anything elsewise? It's illegal not to like Les Claypool.
Let's go to some fucking...
I want to be a fisherman.
I do want to be a fisherman.
Listen,
before we go...
As an aside, Chris promised me that he would take me out fishing sometime really soon. I'm very excited.
You gotta get that shit. Did I tell you about the one time my dad took me fishing and I stepped on a fish hook and I never went fishing? It was bad. I was like sick.
No!
It's bad.
Horrible!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about it.
I had a good time otherwise. This is a fishing podcast.
Yeah.
Before we go to Tumblr, we have a question on Discord.
Yes, okay.
From Chief Cultivator of the show, Jenna, who asks...
Whoa!
Well, hello! Who asks, question for the pod, brunch. Remember brunch?
Love brunch.
Love brunch. Who gets there early? Who is late? Who brings a flask to improve the mimosas? Who doesn't get brunch and prefers a good greasy spoon? Who do you want to get brunch with?
Okay, let me see this list.
Many of them. Them. Now,
okay,
I'm not much of a...
Who gets there early? The Lawn Brothers get there early.
Oh, yeah.
Who is late? Wei Wuxian.
Oh, yeah.
Probably with Jong Chung, and it's probably because they were, like, arguing about something.
Jong Chung was ready to go. He would have been on time. He would have been on time if Wei Wuxian's stanky ass hadn't decided to make some kind of dumb-ass pit stop.
Wait, hold on. I need to get new magic cards before we get there. I need to get, because I'm not going to have time to do it tomorrow. Jong Chung, come on, please. I just need, just like super quick. Please, Jong Chung.
I'll be in and out.
Please.
In and out.
I swear I'll be in and out. I swear. Please, Jong Chung, please stop. Please stop so I can get my magic cards. Please stop so I can get my magic cards.
We gotta be fashionably late. It'll make Lunchon really mad.
Oh my god.
Take the long way.
Take the long way, come on. Okay, who brings a flask to improve those mimosas? Jong Chung originally brings it for himself, and then other people see it. And somebody brought cooks for the mimosas, so nobody is really having a good time. And if they drink too much of the cooks and the mimosas, they will definitely not have a good time the next day.
This is Hwai-song.
Oh man, Hwai-song also brings a flask. Jang-chung brings one for himself initially, and then Hwai-song brings another one, like a comically large one. Hwai-song brings like that camelback backpack with the tube in it where you can like fill it full of water, but
the funny
like
comedy flask.
It's full of tequila.
Oh, Hwai-song is a brunch-ass bitch.
Hwai-song is an extremely brunch-ass bitch. Hwai-song hosts brunch. No, too much effort. Hwai-song lets somebody else host brunch.
Yeah. Hwai-song invites people to brunch, they meet up somewhere very nice.
That's about the most amount of effort that Hwai-song can put into something.
The amount of effort Hwai-song will put into going to brunch is getting ready and looking really nice.
Right.
Getting there physically.
Yes.
Possibly calling for a reservation just to make sure it's a very, very good seat. That's the end of it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Brunch-ass bitch.
Brunch-ass bitch. Who doesn't get brunch and prefers a good greasy spoon?
I'm gonna go with Wei Ying again, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. He doesn't understand finger foods. He doesn't understand why there's a prefix menu for brunch. Doesn't really understand why prefix menus are around anyway. He wants to pay $8 for a gigantic platter of eggs sitting in their own grease. So just sitting in a pool of old grease. Hash browns. Bitter-ass grease-fried hash browns.
Big-ass waffle.
Huge waffle. Floppy-ass waffle. from the amount of syrup that they have drenched it in. And then, like, an obscene amount of meat on the side.
God.
For $8.99. And a cup of black coffee that's as thick as tar.
Waffle House looking ass bitch. He picks up his plate with his big ass waffle on it, his big floppy soggy waffle, and he's like, look at it, it's the size of my ass.
He folds it into a taco and then rolls it and shoves it all into his mouth at once.
Nasty fucker, ew.
It's like, look what I can do.
God. Embarrassment of the entire house. Like,
embarrassment
he'll show up to brunch, like, he's fine with it. He does fine when he's there. But if he had his druthers, if he said, hey, Jang-chung, let's get some druthers.
He'd just be making some trouble at the IHOP.
Making some trouble at the Awful House at 2:30 in the morning.
Starting an argument in the Waffle House.
Starting an argument.
I don't know why.
Arguing at the Waffle House.
I don't know why that's getting me right now, man. Starting an argument at the Orful Horse.
Argument at the Orful Horse.
The
Orful Horse.
The Orful Horse. You know what it is.
You know.
Who do you want to get brunch with?
Now, I'm not much of a brunch bitch.
I fucking love brunch. Roy doesn't really like breakfast that much unless it's cereal, pancake, waffle, and even then Roy doesn't really like syrup. So
I have to really be in the mood for pancakes or waffles.
Yeah, exactly. And Roy doesn't eat meat either. So no breakfast meats, no sausage, no bacon for Roy. So it's not really no eggs at all. No eggs. She does not like the egg. So it's not really a Roy's kind of meal.
Yeah.
And the lunch part of it, I mean, usually if we go to a place and they have brunch, you get like a burger.
Yeah.
That's usually like a Village Inn or something. If we go in like a sort of a take it or leave it time.
Yeah.
She will either be a crepes one. She loves a crepe.
If there are crepes,
she loves a crepe.
I'm gonna get my ass a crepe. A crepe.
She does love a crepe.
A crepe.
She will either get a crepe, crepe, a crope. She will either get a crap, or she'll get burger. And then for me, breakfast is it is my favorite meal, I think. Just breakfast food. I am a breakfast one. My favorite thing in the world is a delicious breakfast sandwich on a nice flaky croissant.
My little Beffus.
So I need someone who would appreciate brunch as much as I do, because I also love a good Eggs Benedict bitch. Wow.
Eggs
Absolutely. There's a place around here that does a soft shell crab Benedict, and they deep fry the soft shell crab and put it on top of the English muffins and slather it in sauce and call it a day. It's so good. Crab!
Who would you give? Who's the brunch appreciator that you would like to have?
Who's a brunch appreciator? I want to get brunch with Wenying and just treat him.
Oh, he deserves it.
Let him eat what he wants. I just with the Wen siblings,
True.
completely, both of them, absolutely. That's what I want.
Fuck yes.
Wenching, ideally like a morning after situation, and she's like, "Well, can I bring my brother too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. We're family now. I literally married you in your sleep last night."
Let him get a big
Was that
orange
creepy?
juice.
Sorry. Oh well.
He's having a good time.
Orange juice. Orange justice.
Orange juice.
Orange.
ORNCH.
Orange.
Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Having an argument about orange juice.
Orange. Okay, fuck. Do we have any Tumblr questions?
We have one Tumblr question.
Orange.
Orange.
That's what
God.
a seal says when it wants some calcium. Orange. So, all right, we're here on Tumblr now.
We're here on Tumblr finally.
Unfortunately. And we have a lovely question from yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Orange man bad.
Yo, dude, you got him. Dude, he's so owned right now.
He's so fucking wrecked.
All the adrenochrome just drained right out of him at that one. I can tell. I can smell it.
He peed it all out.
I could smell it from here to Mar-a-Lago, baby. Orange man bad.
Orange.
ORNTCH.
Orange justice.
Jesus fucking Christ. This question is from an anonymous friend. Thank you so much. If the MDZS characters read fan fiction, what would their favorite types and tropes be? Modern AU, canon compliant, enemies to lovers. There was only one bed. Shout out to Colin.
Shout out Colin.
Thanks for reading and for
Hey, it's Colin's birthday. Happy birthday, Colin.
On
Chief
the day we
cultivator
record
of the
this,
show, yes.
Chief cultivator of the show, it's Colin's birthday. Happy birthday to Colin.
Happy birthday, cultivator.
Birthday cultivator of the show, Colin Pagetish. And Anonymous continues to say, thanks for reading and for making the podcast. Every time you release an episode, my day's just a little brighter. Thank you so much. That is so delightful to hear. I'm so glad that we can have such a nice little impact on your life.
That's the shit I live for.
I'm so happy to help people have a good day.
Validation.
Slap that shit. Slap that in her arm, baby.
You know?
So...
God.
For Lon Wongi, I'm just thinking about Lon Wongi first because I think Lon Wongi would...
That's what his name is.
Would be the kind of person to write self-insert fan fiction.
Oh my god.
But it would be because he just wants to explore the worlds. And he gets, you know, it's the autism.
It's the autism.
And you get so immersed in it.
Yeah. He's a little bit self-conscious about it.
He's a little bit, well, the thing about his self-insert is that his name isn't Wong Ji. It's probably like Ji Wong.
I was gonna say. It's
so it's not he has deniability.
It's Wong Lonji, and he looks exactly like Lon Wangji, coincidentally.
But he has one angel wing and one demon wing.
Great king of evil. and
wolf ears.
Wolf ears.
And he sparkles.
And his eyes change color according to his mood.
Yeah. He has a penis that is half the size of his leg.
Stop it.
He does. Listen, I'm just describing
IRL. Why is that part of his character?
Because he has to Listen, when he's RPing on the forums...
He do be RPing on the forums.
He be RPing.
He be logging into Gaia Online.
He's logging into his little accounts.
He's
doing his little role plays. He's having his little online boyfriends.
God.
No, he's not.
Dude, that's the AU.
Gaia Online AU.
That's the AU I want.
That's the AU that I need to write. That was my shit 14, when I was a kid.
They're 14. It's 2005. They're in the Gaia Online roleplay forums. They're each other's first internet boyfriends.
I could literally write this from experience.
I think you gotta.
Listen, okay, alright, we're setting the scene. Okay, so...
Sorry, this is completely off the topic of the question, but it's good.
Wei Wuxian, really, really bored one day, he goes on Chatterbox, and there's an RP thread. Or no, he goes into an RP guild that he joined on a whim one day. And he's like, there's like, a sleepover RP thread. This is great. This is gonna be so much fun.
He can make so much trouble.
He's gonna make so much trouble. He comes in. He goes, asterisk, walks in with my sleeping bag under my arm, asterisk. What's up, guys? Does anybody have any booze? And user Wong Lanji quotes him, or what was it called?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
I'm too old to remember anything.
Responds to him and goes, asterisk, walks up to you. But he can't bring himself to use the letter U, so it's the number 2. I was about to say the letter 2. I make that mistake, like, I want to say once a month, and it's horrifying every time I do. I'm like, Jesus, there's really nothing up here.
Do you think Wongi is, like, the type who has to use perfect grammar online all the time?
Yes, but I don't think he makes himself use punctuation.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just like no punctuation, so it's like creepy. It's like very scary and ambiguous.
He types like Kanaya.
Oh no!
IMO.
He types like a dyslexic person. Which maybe he's dyslexic. Maybe that'd be fun. It's really not fun to be dyslexic. I really shouldn't say that.
The first letter of every word is capitalized and there's no punctuation to speak of. That's how he sounds. He talks like that.
It is kind of the textual version of a monotone.
Right?
So he comes up, he goes, walks up to you. Do you want to be my boyfriend?
Oh my god. Immediate.
Hi, I'm half angel, half demon, and I'm single. Do you want to be my boyfriend?
I'm half angel, half dragon.
And Wei Wuxian's like, oh, my own boyfriend?
For me? Boyfriend for me?
Boyfriend for me?
Boyfriend
as a
for
treat?
me?
He goes, yeah, let's be boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
And so they role play with each other all through the night, and then they talk 3 more times, and then they never hear from each other again, and that's the entire AU.
God.
So, there's that. Sorry. Wei Wuxian would be into pure smut.
No, he's not. He's into domestic AUs.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Yeah, you
Wongi are. Be reading the nasty fucking smut.
Wongi be reading the straight NC-17, hardcore ass, PWP.
Bro, he is not interested unless it is that 100% nasty shit. Just
I
like
understand.
Me. Just like Roy.
I empathize.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wangji. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
You know?
Obviously.
If I see if the fic is rated under E and it's above 3,000 words, I simply say I do not have time for this.
If it's under E, it's beyond me, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry about it. Zhang Cheng, unfortunately, I don't think Zhang Cheng would waste his time. That sounds cruel, but really, waste of time reading fan fiction.
No. He'll read, like, meta write-ups because it'll, like, help him prove his correct opinions and takes.
Yes.
Hwai-song likes smut, but it's gotta be, like, really well written.
It has to be, like, slow burn.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, like, a novel length.
Yeah, extremely sensual the whole way through.
Hwai-song likes to read the shit that's, like, 500,000 words.
Oh, yeah.
Just settle in, you know? Settle in with a good fic.
Just strap in, you know?
Strap into that crazy-ass AU. Why not?
Buckle up for a ride.
Why not?
Why not?
Who else is there?
Wen Young likes fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wen Young likes fluff and gin. He just likes to read about people being friends.
Yeah. Just a nice, happy, good time.
Having a nice time together.
Having a nice, friendly time.
What else was there in that question?
What would their favorite types and tropes be? Modern AU, canon compliant, enemies to lovers, there was only one bed.
Oh, God.
That's pretty much it. Just kind of the stuff.
Enemies to lovers. I think Wangji, depending on the part of the timeline we're in, Wangji would be into enemies to lovers.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a self-fulfillment thing.
It's not even as a self-fulfillment thing. I think it's like before he even realizes it, he's just like, why am I so into this? Why do I enjoy to see this? And then once he figures that out, he's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay,
Your whole face said that. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I think that's gonna do it for questions.
Is that it for questions?
That's it for questions. That's all of them. The entire them. Why don't we clean up house a little bit? Just a little bit.
Sure.
Hey, we have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon, and for a selected amount of money a month, you can get a selected amount of things.
You can get a selected amount of
Treat!
So first of all, what you're going to need to do is go over to patreon.com/podrecesses. You're going to need to decide whether you want to give us $1, $5, or $10 per month. And depending on which of those, you're going to get a special role in our Discord. If you want to give us $1 a month, you'll be a disciple. $5, you'll be a sect leader. $10, you will be a chief cultivator of the whole Pod Recesses world.
We have a lot of chief cultivators, but that's okay.
You know what?
I think a communal, we really are a collectively governed here.
It's true. It's
good.
It's a board of chief cultivators.
Yeah, and the more people join on as chief cultivator, the better voices we're going to have. Isn't that great? I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's continue with that.
$1 and up tiers will get access to all of our bonus content. We did not get to do #BlessUp this month due to real life shit.
Scheduling complications.
But in lieu of that, we are going to give some money to a charity.
We're doing AAPI support charities.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, #BlessUp is the podcast where us and Birthday Chief Cultivator Colin watch the Heaven Officials Blessing Donghua.
I join occasionally when I can.
You have been on 50% of them so far.
I've been on 50% of the episodes, baby.
We also have Shizunga iPad, where we read Scum Villain.
We will be recording more of that presently.
We have some Untamed commentary tracks. We gotta be on Panty Watch.
Panty Watch.
Were you alerted to Panty Watch?
Panty Watch.
You gotta log into that Discord and see Panty Watch.
Panty Watch. Oh no.
What? If you want to give us $5 and up a month, you can get all of that, plus a thank you shout out on the episodes and a Comrade NMJ mini print. I wanted to get those sent out before we moved, but that kind of cut it a little bit close, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Gonna get those out ASAP. And $10 a month gets you all of that shit that I just said, and a full-size Pod Recesses wall of 3,000 takes poster. It's fucking good.
Excellent!
So, I want to give a big ol' thank you to our $5 sec leaders, Lenny W., Lena, Rachel W., Audrey F., Elvier, Name Redacted, Sky, Essie, and 420 Sec Leader Sarah, thank you so much for supporting us.
And thank you, big thank to $10 chief cultivators of the show, Scout, Colin, Heir to Athens, Caroline, Jay, Jenna, and Milk.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. You're very cool. Thank you for supporting the pod and the us.
Thank you, saluting. Thank you. Yeah. Right.
Not
Thank you also to Noisepace.xyz.
Thank you, Sec Leader Matt,
for being our podcast network. Why don't you go over there and check out some cool podcasts? There's a lot of them. Why don't you give a listen to Fear Baiting? Why don't you go ahead and give a big ol' American listen, or whatever country you're from, to Pod of Greed. Listen to some shit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Go listen to Wow Cool Robot. Go listen to Slappers Only. There's a million things.
There are quite a few. All suit different tastes, and all are good.
Something for everybody.
That's it. Go check out Noise Space, support Matt.
We love
coolest pod thingy around.
You know it.
Network. That's what I was looking for. That's the word.
Pod Collective. Once again, I'm Roy. I'm on Twitter at _Benui_ and also at Ewing Hypebeast, which is where I do modal blogging mostly. You can also check out my other podcast, also hosted on Noisepace, Not a Roy's Nightmare and Era. This weekend, we read The Stairs in the Woods creepypasta, actually a pretty decent one. You can also check out my other general shit at royhub.card.co.
And I'm Fallon. I'm on the internet as Fallon. On Twitter at America's Burden. That's pretty much the only place to find me. Unless you want access to my Google Docs. But you really don't want access to my Google Docs.
You can find Fallon by going to www.bearpics.com.
Yeah.
Search bear on Pinterest and
okay, so what you need to do, you need to open Google, and then you need to close your eyes and wish really hard to see a bear. And then you'll be directed to Fallon's webpage.
Just think the words "a bear" really hard.
Bears!
Bears!
Just close your eyes really tight, focus really hard, and just go, bears! And
Bears!
if you don't shit yourself, you'll see me.
You'll see Fallon.
I'll materialize.
A bear. Look! As a matter of fact, I did it.
Wow, there I am. She just turned around her computer and showed me a picture of myself in the middle of a nice little meadow having a good time.
A friendly grizzly bear. A friendly bear. You can also find us, Pod Recesses, the podcast, at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecesspod, just one recess. We're on the apps. Rate, subscribe, leave us a comment, leave us a review. If you're 18 and up, you can join our Discord. The link, as always, is in the description. And hey, bears, do you know what we say at the end of every episode?
We say Semper Bunny.
We say Semper Blue.
Semper Blue.
We say, you're all my nephews now.
Devil has been solved.
Devil has been solved.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Semper Bunny, folks. Bye.
Bye.